A storm is brewing in Nepal. The last monarch, King Gyanendra Shah, received a tremendous welcome in the capital Kathmandu. The pro-monarchists were carrying placards with slogans that said, "We want our king back." His supporters have called for the return of Gyanendra Shah, the last royal ruler of Nepal, before the monarchy was dissolved in 2008. They demanded a constitutional monarchy that declares Nepal a parliamentary democracy with a Hindu identity. So what is next for Nepal's republican system? 13 governments in 17 years. Why do people want the king back? This is Quick Take, your quick guide. I am Smita Prakash. There have been large-scale clashes for weeks between citizens angry and maddened with the current democratic system, the constitution that provides no guarantees, and the political leaders who are unable to deliver on any of their promises to the people of Nepal. Protests of this kind are not new in Nepal. Similar protests 14 years ago against the monarchy led to a series of changes which ultimately resulted in the signing of the Comprehensive Peace Accords on 21st November 2006 between the government and the Maoist rebels. Then in May 2008, the newly elected Nepal Constituent Assembly took a historic step. They abolished the monarchy, formally ending the Shah dynasty's century-old rule. Nepal became a republic. The people thought that it would be the end of the exploitative rule of the Rana kings and the Shah dynasty, but rampant corruption has eroded the people's trust in the system. Public anger has spilled onto the streets. There is frustration over the widespread corruption and alleged scams involving senior politicians going up till the very top in every political party that comes to office.
समझदारी र नेपालको मौलिक व्यवस्था निर्माण गरौं जहाँ राजादेखि अहिलेका गणतन्त्रवादीहरूसम्म अटाउने छन् र त्यस्तो व्यवस्था निर्माण हुनेछ जहाँ जनता सार्वभौम सत्ताका मालिक हुनेछन्, राजा अभिभावकीय संस्थाको रूपमा अथवा देशको अभिभावकको रूपमा रहनेछन्, जनताले प्रत्यक्ष निर्वाचित गर्ने कार्यकारी प्रधानमन्त्री, सनातन हिन्दू राष्ट्र, प्रदेश नरहेको केन्द्र र बलियो स्थानीय तह गरेर देशलाई एउटा नयाँ बाटोमा लगिनेछ.
And then there is the instability factor. Since 2008, Nepal has seen 13 different governments, with no government completing a full 5-year term.
संसार में होते हैं तो ठीक नहीं है. आपने बेलायत में दिखा है, उधर राज है, शाही नहीं. हम लोग क्या चाहते हैं कि राज संस्था एक पावर विहीन राज संस्था रहे और मुल्क बहुदलीय प्रजातंत्र और उदारवाद के मान्यता पर चले.
Then entered the slogan on the streets of Kathmandu, "Raja Aao Desh Bachao." Come back and save the country, O King. The pro-monarchy Rashtriya Prajatantra Party has dared other political parties that they dare not arrest the king who has returned to Nepal.
The government needs to call for a new agreement. We want a fresh agreement where all the stakeholders, including the political parties and the king, should be within it.
Two former Prime Ministers, Pushpa Kamal Dahal Prachand and Madhav Kumar, warned Shah not to dream of reclaiming the throne.
जे भइराखेको छ अब एकदम प्रष्ट भएको छ कि यसको पछाडि ज्ञानेन्द्र शाह नै हो र ज्ञानेन्द्र शाहको मानसिकता नै आपराधिक छ भन्ने कुरा इतिहासमा नै देखिएको हो, अहिले पनि देखिएको छ. त्यसकारण यही नै समय हो सरकारले कडा कदम चालोस्, अपराधीहरू सबैलाई छानबिन गरेर कारबाहीको दायरामा ल्याओस् र ज्ञानेन्द्र शाहलाई पनि छाडा हुने छुट दिन सकिँदैन. नेपाली जनता त्यसको लागि तयार छैन. यसमा पनि सरकार गम्भीर बनोस् भन्न चाहन्छु.
Politicians in Nepal are playing the India card, but most people are dismissive of that allegation now. They say it's a fallback tactic of some politicians who don't want to admit that unemployment, corruption and instability are the causes for the current street protests in Nepal, not India or China or even the monarchy.
यो त देशको स्थिति हेरेर हो नि देशमा एउटा अभिभावकको कमी थियो देशको लागि एउटा अभिभावक चाहिन्छ त्यही भएर हामी चाहिँ हाम्रो राजाको लागि हामी आएको हौं
So, can Nepal return to a full monarchy or a partial one? The idea of a royal restoration remains alive in certain sections of society. A full return to monarchy means significant structural and political changes. Memories of the decade-long civil war is still fresh in the minds of the people. Structurally too, there will be hurdles for the return of monarchy. The legal and constitutional framework of Nepal is now firmly republican. Restoring a king would require sweeping amendments to the constitution, a process that would need broad political consensus. And political consensus has been impossible in Nepal since the end of monarchy.